welcome to the Clubhouse. My name is Alice and I'm so glad you could join us. This week in the Clubhouse, we've been having fun with some of the waste that comes along with having a print shop. That's how we end up with so many fun tees to upcycle, but this can be fun for you too. I know you've still got that stack of those concert t-shirts that you bought back when you were an extra small, and that beer belly, those mommy boobs, just won't let you squeeze in them anymore. Well, you can start rocking those sweet duds again as, wait for it, grocery bags. Yeah, you'll look like a real badass sliding your Greek yogurt into that Mr. Bungle concert tee grocery bag. Now, most of the music I listened to back in my t-shirt collecting days was weird art kid music like Spaceman 3 and Yo La Tengo. So I guess I'm more of a weirdo than a badass. But either way, it's super fun to see all those designs again, and not just on trips down memory lane when I put away the guest bedroom sheets next to the shirts I can't wear anymore. Right. Well, let's get into it, shall we? Here's what you're going to need to get started. A sewing machine, thread, fabric scissors, and t-shirts. Now, not only is this a great upcycle project, these bags are durable and easy to pop in the wash between shopping trips. I mean, how many times did you wear that thing? At least a billion, am I right? On second thought, maybe let's not think about how many times you wore it. To the club and got all sweaty in it, and that one time when you went to CK's at 3 a.m. and that weird guy cried all over your shoulder with his snot and his tears. Nope, let's not think about that. Instead, we will just have confidence that the fine people who make your laundry detergent are great at their jobs and that funky mess was washed away years ago. Well, you know, I fear I may have lost a few of you back there when I said that y'all need a sewing machine. There are in fact ways to make a t-shirt tote without a sewing machine, and we'll make another video about that soon. But I just got a sewing machine that belonged to my grandmother, and I'm really excited to fire it up. So in today's video, I'm going to show you my favorite technique, which does use a sewing machine. This is a super simple pattern that even a beginner sewer can easily follow. It makes a really sturdy tote that you can feel confident using for even those heavier items at the grocery store. So first, let's pause and talk a minute about your sewing machine. If you have one, yay! Sewing machines are awesome. If you haven't used your machine in a while, starting with these steps can help make for happy sewing. If you've never used this machine, I highly recommend doing the following simple maintenance before you plug it in. So first, find your instruction manual. If you don't have one, Google your machine's make and model. You'd be surprised a lot of manuals, even for odd and old machines, are online. Start by reading this manual. Then walk through the following. Reset all the tension settings to the manual's recommendation and make sure the stitch setting is the straight stitch. Next, dust the feed area with a little brush and insert a new needle. Take out the bobbin and dust the case. Then you'll want to wind a new bobbin. Chunk. So satisfying. So load the bobbin, and then we're going to rethread the needle and bring that bobbin thread up, and you're going to try sewing a line. If it's jacked up, here are some simple things you can check. Did you drop the presser foot before you started sewing? Whoops, gotta do that. Is the machine dirty? Check for lint in your bobbin or tension wheel area. Did you have a long enough tail of upper and lower thread hanging off the back of the machine before you began sewing? If all that was TLDR, the key is reading the manual. It solves all problems, but seriously, there's usually a troubleshooting page. All right, y'all, so grab that t-shirt. We're gonna fold it in half along the center line. This helps make a symmetrical tote. We're gonna cut off the sleeves and the collar. And so far, this is just like turning a tee into a tank top. So if you want more information about this step, go and watch that video. So there go those sleeves. I flip it over to do the collar. If you sew along the bottom as the t-shirt is oriented, you'll get to see the print clearly, but when you carry it, the corners of the bag will poke you. If you'd like to avoid this, we can open it up and sew along the side. So first we're going to flip this t-shirt inside out. And then we're going to match those side seams. Like so. Okay, I'm going to throw a couple of pins just to hold the shirt in place. Okay, now it's time for that machine. So we're going to sew along the bottom edge of the shirt. And we're going to use a zigzag stitch for that. We're going to work an inch or two from the bottom. If your shirt is really big, you may want to hem that higher. T-shirts are super stretchy and your finished bag will be huge and droopy. So this is a small t-shirt. I'm going to hem it here. We're going to back stitch at the beginning and the end of all of our seams for strength. Now that we're at the end, again, I'm going to back stitch it. And you'll find how to do that in your manual. And for those of you new to sewing, backstitch is just like making a little knot. So I like to sew a diagonal line in each corner. This is optional, but I think it makes for a really nice finished bag shape. So again, I'm going to back stitch to make a little knot. And again here. I recommend sewing your bottom seam twice for extra strength and stability. We're going to skip ahead, but I do recommend that. Now, your next step is to reinforce your shoulder seams here. So we're going to fold that in half. And again, we're going to stitch that with our zigzag. I'll try and do a little back stitching. Oh, he's a little stuck, so I'm actually going to help him out by advancing a little. These shoulder seams can be a little thick, so you might have to help your machine. By guiding the fabric through with your hands. All right, so we're going to do both shoulders. And again, I just folded that in half. Oop, and he's stuck. Give him a little more to grip on. There we go. And a little back stitch. Now you can trim the excess fabric at the bottom. Let me get that out of our way. So I'm just trimming up those corners. And along the bottom, we don't need all that excess fabric in our bag. We don't want our Brussels sprouts to get lost in those corners. Now we can flip it inside out. And your tote's ready to use. It's got that cute rounded bottom And when you hold this bag, even though you can't see the print completely, it's going to rest against your body. Not a right or wrong way, just a little different. So it's been a real trick to get into the habit of bringing our own bags to the market. But it's so fun when the 20-year-old at the register asks me who Nick Cave is. You can keep your Jonas Brothers, kid. They will never have as cool of a concert tee as the Bad Seeds. And yes, I am 97 years old. All the Greek yogurt keeps me spry. Well, thank you so much for watching. This is I, Alice, signing off from our Summer Avenue Clubhouse. See y'all soon.